Welcome to Update 7 of the Face Off Project Pan. Update 7 means I've been working on this project for more than 6 months at this point, so I thought I would take a quick second to just kind of go over what I've been able to achieve. The first product I used up in this project is one of my most hated products of all time. This was the NARS Hydrating Glow Tint, and I hate panned this every second. I was too stubborn to just throw it out, but you know what? I did eventually get through it, and I will never touch this again or recommend it to anybody unless you like pain and suffering. I also used up the Huda Beauty Glow Wish Luminous Press Powder in the shade Fair. I did quite enjoy this, but I think it was just kind of like an average press powder. I think you can find things that are more affordable and do just as good of a job, so enjoyed it, but I would look for cheaper options. One that I did enjoy is the Innisfree No Sebum Mineral Powder. For something that says no sebum, I thought this was going to be drying on my skin, but I used it in springtime and it actually seemed to work pretty good. My only complaint is that this comes in a 5-gram jar, so you're going to fly through this pretty quickly. And the last product I used up was my Becca eyeshadow in Mermaid Pearl. I was using this as a highlighter topper and I absolutely loved it. I was so sad when it was gone, but it turns out I have similar products in my collection. I just never took the time to kind of explore it and find them. So I thought I was going to miss this way more than I do, but that's because I neglected the rest of my collection, and this kind of just goes to show you, just make sure you shop your collection before you get sad about using something up. So before we get into this project, I just want to say that I do have a couple of empties to share with you today. 2 of them I was like, okay, yeah, I planned for this, I was ready for this, and one of them really caught me by surprise, but we'll talk about it when we get there. Starting off strong with an empty, this is the Rimmel London Lasting Finish 35-Hour Foundation, and I quite enjoy this. It works well with my skin, it kind of just like sinks in, it doesn't look like I'm wearing something, but it seems to last about 5 to 6 hours, which is the most I tend to wear it. I brought it into the project back in March when it weighed 104.2 grams. Last month it weighed 86.8 grams, and empty it was 82.3 grams, meaning in the past month I used 4.5 grams, and in total I got 21.9 grams of product. I did use this 12 more times the last month, bringing the total to 49 uses to be empty. And what did I replace that foundation with? The exact same thing. So another bottle of the Rimmel London Lasting Finish 35-Hour Foundation in the shade Fair Porcelain. This one I brought in last month at a weight of 114.4. It now weighs 113 on the dot, meaning I used 1.4 gram of product, and I did that in 4 uses. A product that every time I have to talk about it, I shake my head at the length of the name. This is the Pat McGrath Labs Skin Fetish Sublime Perfection Blurring Under Eye Powder in the shade Light. We could have just called it a blurring under eye powder, but that's okay. I brought this into the project last month at a weight of 35.1. It now weighs 34.3, meaning I was able to get 0.8 grams of product out of it. I did do that in 53 uses, and this is what it looks like now. It's not really impressive to look at it straight on. It's more when you start turning it to the side. You can definitely see that dip is starting to go. I did use this to set my under eyes as well as to set sunscreen around my eyes, which is why the usage is so high. Luckily, I finished that sunscreen and I'm onto one now that doesn't need to be set, so uses will probably be a lot lower in the upcoming months. Second empty of this video goes to the NARS Light Reflecting Setting Powder Loose in the shade Translucent Crystal, and I really enjoyed this powder. This powder was very fine, it felt like silk on the skin, absolutely loved it, but unfortunately this is way out of my price range at about $60 Canadian. When I brought this into the project in March, it weighed 51.2 grams. Last month it weighed 45.9 grams, and empty it weighs 44.7, meaning I used 1.2 grams of product this past month for a total of 6.5 grams. And to use it up, I used it 10 more times this past month, bringing the total uses to 45. If this ever goes on sale for half price, I think I would consider repurchasing it then. The product that I brought in place of the NARS because I knew I was going to run out of it is the Maybelline Fit Me Loose Finishing Powder, and this one is in the shade Fair. When I brought this in last month, it was 75.3 grams. Now it is 74.5 grams, meaning I used 0.8 gram of product, and I did that in 5 uses. Unfortunately, with those 5 uses, I can definitely say compared to the NARS, this one is a lot more drying. The last 2 products I have to speak about have been in since day 1 back in November, and the first one is the Etude House Lovely Cookie Blusher in the shade Peach Show Wafers. This probably has to be my favorite blush because it feels kind of like my natural color, but better. When I brought this into the project back in November, it it weighed 31.9 grams. Last month it weighed 28.4, and this month it weighs 28 on the dot, meaning I was able to use 0.4 gram of product this past month for a total of 3.9 grams so far. And after 15 more uses, bringing it to a total of 119 uses, we still got no pan, but that ring, it just keeps getting more defined each update. Now, if you remember what I said at the beginning, I had 2 empties I was prepared for and 1 that was a complete surprise. So the last product I have to share with you today is a empty product, and that is my Sephora Solid Brush Cleaner in Solid Clean. Who saw that coming? I don't think anybody. When I brought this into the project back in November, it weighed 63.2 grams. It weighed 52.4 grams last month, and this month empty, it weighs 47 grams. So this month I was able to use 5.4 grams, which is quite a bit of product, but I'll go over it in a second. And in total, I got 16.2 grams out of everything that was left. I used it 5 more times, bringing my total uses of this product to 12. So the reason I used a lot more product this month compared to last month is simply because I ended up deep cleaning my brushes. So I washed my brushes like normal. I had 2 brushes that were just absolutely caked. Like, I don't want to admit it, but I think I kind of neglected washing them before. I don't think one ever has been washed, and I really wish I would have taken pictures of what they looked like before, but I think I went through like 3 to 4 passes on this, each for those brushes. The brush that I am super happy with is my Makeup Forever Kabuki brush, and this is one I don't think I've ever cleaned because I was scared of ruining it for some reason, which I'm pretty sure not cleaning it ruins it a lot faster than cleaning it does. But like, look at it. It looks white again. Like, it used to be the shade of foundation, and that baby is just glistening. So after I gave my brushes a deep clean, I was cleaning off my desk. I was kind of decluttering some things, like not makeup or anything, but like I have other stuff on my desk that I was getting rid of, and I found a dead spider in my makeup brush holder. And so I was like, no, I'm gonna be cleaning all my brushes, even the ones that are so-called clean, because there is a dang spider in there. So then I ended up washing all of those. So after that, plus the deep clean I did on my makeup caked brushes, it unfortunately used up, or unfortunately or fortunately, but either way, it used up all of my product. I actually ended up using some of my Castile soap because I ran out in the process. So this is your friendly reminder to not only wash your makeup brushes, but also clean out the cups that your makeup brushes sit in as well. So because I did use up my Sephora Solid Brush Cleaner, like I said, at a surprise, I do want to bring something in its place. And that's kind of the idea, to constantly remind myself I need to clean my brushes. And the only other designated makeup brush cleaner I have at the moment is about a 2/3 of a bottle of the Cinema Secrets makeup brush cleaner in the 1 liter size. I would really like to use this up, and as much as I really enjoy this because it's a quick clean, I think I actually like using a bar of soap better, just because I feel like my brushes get cleaner. So I'm going to use this up. I'll be happy when it's gone. I'll be happy with the process of using it up, or I think I'm actually going to stick to bar soap in the future for cleaning my brushes. I am bringing this in June at a weight of 369.1 grams. So that is my update for Face Off Project Pan. Did you see the empty of the solid brush cleaner coming? Because like I said, I was so surprised. Like, as I was using it, I'm like, oh my god, I hit pan on it, because like before it was starting to show like that black in the middle, but it wasn't quite black yet, and I hit pan on it. I'm like, oh, this is going to be an exciting update. And then as I was using it, it started twirling around on me that I could barely get like the soap to get on the brushes, and then it started breaking on me, and I'm like, I think we're going to use this baby up. And then just like, voila, it happened. So definitely surprised me. The next update for Face Off Project Pan is on July 10th, but in the meantime, I do have my video for the Lip Service Project Pan coming up on June 12th. Hopefully I will see you in both of those, or one of those, or if this is the last time I see you, thank you very much for watching my video today. I really appreciate your support, and until the next one, I hope the day treats you well. Bye.